thrust set. 5500. Reverse. Rotate.
Well, fancy seeing y'all here for round 2 in the great state of Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, I now pronounce you Texas International Airlines pilots. This is not a DC-9, but it's a Fokker F28, and it looks close enough, and it looks absolutely juicy. Shout out to Whiskey Throttle for making this livery. Little special request there from Whiskey Throttle. And he published this livery for me here. I'm not sure if he's going to release it to the .to or not, but look at this beauty. If you know, you know. Texas International Airlines, DC-9s, MD-80s, Metroplex, Dallas, Fort Worth area. They eventually expanded out and stuff. So we're going to take this. We're going to take a little trip back in history. We're going to take this F-28 out to MSY, to New Orleans. We're all straight VOR nav this evening. I haven't flown this airplane in probably a year. It's been a long time, so we're going to figure it out together. Yeah, I probably should have done a practice flight or a practice landing. I did not do any of those things, but there are two things I know. One, this thing hand flies amazingly. Two, the sounds on this thing are second to none, and they're absolutely amazing. So with those two things that we know, I think it's going to be a good stream. So good to see everybody back in the channel for round 2. If you are just joining me for this first time this afternoon, well, welcome in. And I hope you enjoy this short little 246 nautical mile flight over to the Big Easy. So Tyson, what's up? Eastern T3, Chris PT6 is in the house. Oscar Ineguez, Blackbird Controls. What's up, my man? Callie Simmer, and we're flying in style. Yes, we are, Blackbird. Callie Simmer, good to see you again. RC Flyer, Liam, Water back in the house. Victor Silva, Tim K, Nash, Aaron, the Irish lad himself. I was wondering if you're going to stick around for this one. You're up late, man. Mr. Saturday in the house as well. Logo Lights, Skyfall, Virtual Flight Diaries, many more. Welcome back in. Let's just get right to it, y'all. Let's cut to the chase. Let's reset the drone cam. Look at this weather, though, moving in here. I'm a little bit nervous. Look at these clouds, dude. Look at this. Now, I had the FS Dream Team Houston. I don't know where it is. I don't have any proof of purchase. I don't have any keys anywhere. I couldn't re-download it, and I'm sure as heck wasn't going to buy it again. So I don't know what happened to my FS Dream Team scenery Houston. I really like that scenery. We did a couple flights out of that scenery, and I don't know. It's not on the marketplace for me. Like it's not on my content manager. I searched all my emails. I didn't have it in Sim Market. I think maybe I bought it straight out of the installer app, and it's been lost forever. So it's Umberto, so it's gone indeed. We're going with the default Houstonio, but we'll be going into that juicy vertical sim New Orleans. So should be good, should be good. Umberto is dead to me. Is it raining? Shh, 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 shh. It sounds like it's raining. Okay, let's see if we can figure this out together, y'all. So I opened up the doors, and we're just going to take it from the top. Wow, it is raining. Look at this. Okay, so let's get the battery on. Battery switch on. We get the emergency lights. What we're going to do is we're going to go right to an APU start because I don't know how to do anything else. Or I just want to get the APU up and running. So we got the battery on. Let's go to APU master power on. And the generator 3 is off. So we need to start said APU by doing the start push button, I believe. Yep. Oh, I love this airplane. I wish we flew it more. Did I see the water meme? Oh, no. I did not. I'll have to watch it after this. Rip. He's dead to a lot of people, like some sim manufacturers from... We back? Should be back. Alright, I don't know what that was all about. Stream back at 144p. Leave it to the interwebs. Successfully connected. Okay, I thought that was messing with me there. Actually, we'll leave the no smoking sign off. What I need to figure out is where are the panel lights. That's instrument lighting there. There we go. Overhead lighting. We're going to juice you up. Let's come down here. Let's juice up these lights. Ooh, I don't need all that. Let's just do one. Let's do no floods there. Let's get these lights up, though. We'll do the FO's floodlight. And what's this? Is this a light here? Engine instrument lights. There we go. Engine instrument lights can come on. All right. We're back live, and I think everything is working now. So let's go ahead and continue on with our overhead flow. So that all looks good. Generators are off. We got the APU air on. Pitot and vane heating, we'll flick those on like that. No smoking seatbelt sign can stay off. Don't need any of this stuff on right now, but we do have auto, and let's turn you on. Now we have air conditioning to the cabin. Beautiful. We're up and running on the top. All right, looking at our panels switch down here. I guess we can go one floodlight click just for now. One floodlight click. That looks good. Let's do a test, and we're actually going to put those in dim mode. Cool. And I want to turn it off. It looks juicy with it off. Everything looks good. Magic Barrel ref here. Reset the warning. Over to this panel, we're going to go standby and up 5 degrees. That looks good. We have to do a electric pump juice up here for our hydraulics so we can have our brakes set. So I'm going to set the parking brake. Brakes are set now. We'll go ahead and turn off the electrical pump. System 1 looks good. Skid control test. Reset the warning. That looks good. I'm going to turn this down to dim. Progress enunciators. It doesn't seem to be changing. We'll leave it as is. Reset that little button there. Cool. Coming along here. Nope. Wrong switches. Engine vibe. Engine fire 1. Engine fire 2. Here's our vibe check. Vibe check completed. And APU fire. Now we're not going to hold that too long because it will shut down the APU during the fire extinguisher test. Collector tank are checked. Fuel quantities are tested. Needle goes to 0. Beautiful. Center tank test is 0, so it doesn't matter. So that looks good. Moving along here, we want to verify one pump shuts off both lights. Yes, it does. Beautiful. Nothing in the center tank. Collector tanks are black. That looks good. I know back in the day they didn't run the nav lights on at this time, but we're gonna bring the F28 into modern century electrical config. So navigation lights will come on. None of that will be turned on. Landing, flare, taxi, none of those will be on. That looks good. We are on 2485. We need to be on. Well, we're not on a network right now. We got kicked off the network. CTAF. Is CTAF fine for you? You guys having issues? It went off for a second there, but we should be back on my end. I show that it dumped and then it came back, so you should be back. It's still odd? What do you mean it's still odd? 2535 is the freak we want to be on, so let's put 2535. Now I don't know if will this work with this airplane? I've never tried it. 2535. Yep, COM 1 is set. Beautiful. Looking at these panels here, Radio Master 1 and 2 come on. That looks good. These are all in the on position. This is our gust lock. We'll leave that for right now since it is quite gusty outside. We'll do a Magic Rail Ref update one more time, which I did. Let's go ahead and start the boarding process. Nope, don't need to do that. Nope, crew is already on board. Now, while we get ready to start the boarding, we need to go ahead and come back here to the cabin. There's a couple things we need to do. First and foremost, we need to turn on the music. And I thought there was a light cabin. That's air. We'll turn on the entry lights. Excuse me, ma'am. We don't have any coffee on this airplane. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Workstation light. Oh man, we don't have. It's only in the RJ we have the coffee. All right. Well, hopefully she'll turn on the lights because it's pretty dark back there. All right, we're back here. Not to be confused with Gus lock. All right. Now. It's a lot of bird to set up here. This is getting set up. It's going to do its. That's our sim brief weights. That looks good. Charts. We're going to be here in Houston. Let's go to night mode if we can. Thank you. Lake Charles 5 departure procedure. We got to set up all rad nav today. So we're going to be 16.6 on the nav radio. I'm trying to figure out which radio would be the best. Which view. I guess we can do this. Now, can I? Hold on. So I'll put you in nav 1 over here. 16.6. That's nav 2. Nav 1. 16.6. Beautiful. Okay, so that will work. Let's go ahead and look at this, make sure everything is on. We're going to turn you on. DMEs are on. One click to the right. Nope. Thought we had to. I think by default these are on now, right? Okay, 16.6, those are both on. Yep, we have our CDI right here, so that looks good. So we need to figure out what we need to intercept. We're going to be on a vector departure. Oh man, actually we got to pick up the Lake Charles. 13.4 is what we need. $13.4. We're not picking it up yet. So what I will do is we'll do 16.6 and we're going to put in the 082 radial. Now I got to see if this works with the Bravo. I forget. Course line 082. It's not. Oh man, it's not bound. That doesn't work.
Traffic United 587 pushing 5 Charlie 36.
How does my course line bug? Hold on. Did we have this issue before? I think we did have this issue before. Okay, 082 is selected. How about heading bug? Can we move our heading bug around? Alright, we can move our heading bug. McAllen, no stream? It's dead to you? Alright, our heading bug works. Our course line is set. We've got 16.6 and Lake Charles will be 13.4. We'll have you in the standby. And now we wait. All right. I'm a bit nervous for 24 mile. Why are you nervous? Don't be nervous. I'm more nervous about trying to fly this airplane in the weather. Of course, we go live, and now the weather goes to crap. So, don't hate me, but I'm looking forward to more glass in the F70. Look, Jeff L., I don't hate you for that. And what I'll say this. After flying the RJ85 and realizing how fun that is to have at least a little bit more help with the manipulation of the aircraft and having a little bit more glass, I can't wait for the F100 as well. We're going to go up to 21,000 feet, I think. So, I'm super excited for that as well, man. The F100 on this thing is going to be awesome. Reverse thrust and some more glass. So, how is it underrated? Because nobody talks about it, man. I think, has anybody, I don't know, well, I only watch a handful of YouTube flying anyway, but maybe I saw Blue Games fly this once. I'm not sure. I just never see any F28 content through the YouTube airwaves. So in my opinion, it's underrated. But I think it is one of the best add-ons that we have out there. It is such a complex but simple airplane, and it flies so amazingly. The sounds are next level. Just look at this. Look at that wing view out there. Now, this logo light is properly modeled right now. It'll stay on until the gear is up. Now, you can turn that off in the settings menu, but this is the real operation here. The whole split operation, the autopilot flight director, yeah. The autopilot flight director situation makes trouble for me to bind as well, which I'm realizing. So, basically just stuck with one nav radio, it appears, 16.6. We're just going to operate it with heading mode and one nav radio on this flight because it's hard to not bind it. Now the F100, if I'm not mistaken, it's really going to modernize this, right? I got to look at the panel of the F100. But yeah, Blackbird controls, you're here, check out this. How about how about making honeycomb add-ons for this sucker? Pretty wild. Yeah, super weird throttle quadrant layout. The tiller is literally a steering wheel over here. It's just a funky little airplane. But I tell you what, Just Flight has absolutely crushed this bird. It's awesome to fly. A handful of Twitch streamers fly once in a while, really? Yeah, see, I'm never on Twitch. That's the thing. I can't stand Twitch, man. Any chance you can make MD-11 force feedback Moza? You know what? I'll have to try, McAllen. I've been lazy. I haven't really made any Moza profiles for anything other than the Airbus, but I'll look into it, man. Whiskey Throttle keeps cranking out some MD-11 liveries. I'm just like, come on, man, stop. They look so good. You make me want to fly that MD-11, and every time I fly that MD-11, I get excited, and then I just kind of, it fades. Like, I start the stream excited, and then my enthusiasm fades a little bit. Now, I will say, flying the MD-11 into Skardu, that was a whole lot of fun. I mean, taking that three-holer in there, just that crank and bank angle over the top, that was a ton of fun. I'm not going to lie. That was a blast. And I think with some more tweaks, some more, like, maybe just some more, not even the systems, because I'm not even sure what, it just needs more sound love. It needs a more juicy environment to fly in, and then I think I'll have more fun with it. But yeah, latest update is okay-ish. I mean, and here's the thing, it does fly well. Like, it's fun to fly. It fades like my hope for the Cowboys. Oh man, tonight is it. I'm actually going to watch tonight, unfortunately. I'll watch the Cowboys game tonight. I have zero hope. But here's the thing. I have a little side bet with lawyer Mark, who comes through the chat every now and then. So I got to make sure the Cowboys end up with a better record than the Bears. Right now we're struggling. Blackbird, this was all him, man. This was all him. I'll show you some secret juice when we get airborne too. But look at this. You got even like the scratched nose cone right here. And this livery was on like I said, it was on DC9. And I think this just looks so good. It's no MD-80, no DC-9, but it looks so good on the F-28 as well. I love it. Whiskey Throttle's talent. He cranked this out in like one day, less than a day too. So, as a Colts fan, I'm begging the Cowboys to win. You're a Colts fan? Ugh, get out of here, Oscar. You know where my loyalty lies with the frickin' Jets. Can't beat the freaking Colts, man. What a joke. Hey, good vibes tonight. Good vibes tonight. Nope. No talking about jets and cowboys. If you squint hard enough, you can pretend it's a DC-9. As a former flight sim dev, I know good work when I see it. He nailed it. Yeah, he sure did. Check this out, too. Blackbird, look. Oh. Oh. A little something in the works here, I see. Houston and Dallas, the suck of Texas. You know what, AJ? I didn't even think about it. We should have just gone up to DFW from Houston. But we don't have a DFW. Should we go? Wait, should we can it? Should we can the New Orleans flight, or should we and go up to Dallas, or should we go continue as planned? It's not like we have to reprogram the box. I think Dallas Fort Worth would be a shorter flight, though. Oh yeah, that's only 196 miles. I don't have the Dow survey. I don't have the Dow scenery. Man, if I would have known that, I would have done Dallas Love. Yeah, MSY is great here. I know, Lauren. I just thought about it, because wasn't there a Love that just released? Oh man, if I had it, I totally would have done that. Dallas with downtown on the wingtip. You guys are killing me. I don't have the Dallas one. All right. Let's go. Let's get out of here. There is no DFW scenery. There's a Dallas Love scenery, McAllen. That's pretty good. All right. Prepare for pushback and departure. Let's go ahead and we'll turn off the music. Thank you, ma'am. Think they'll shoot us at Love? Jeez. I know. Southwest took a shot, didn't they?
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
All right, now I don't think GSX will close the doors up for me, so we'll go ahead and do this. We'll close these up. We'll pull the chocks. We'll come down here. I guess we'll just stick with the plan. Let's go ahead and get the anti-collision top and bottoms on. Look at the old school beacons. David, if I would have thought about that, either Dallas Love or Fort Worth Alliance, I would have done that. But I do have the juicy scenery at New Orleans, so, I mean, and we get to fly through a little bit of weather. What controls am I using? A Blackbird. I'm using the one from online. I have a custom set, but I don't have my camera set up for it. It's minus the quality of the throttle itself. It's actually a pretty, I mean, it actually works. Like the Quadrant, the cam work, or the throttles work. Because, yeah, I don't have my cam set up. It's too big. Like I can show you. I'm not going to leave it on the whole stream because, yeah, I don't have my cam set up for this one. But it's an F28 throttle set, and it actually works fine. But the quality of said stuff on here is not good. So that's why I have that off for now. All right, we need to go nose to the right, tail left, please.
Release parking brakes, please.
Go brakes released, I think. Brakes released. Now, I'm going to wait for pushback to complete before I start engines. We also are going to pull you up, remove the gust lock. Okay, good. If our yoke is working. Yeah, I bought the custom one for this because I was in love with the F28 band. When this bird dropped, we flew it for about 2 weeks straight. Spend the whole stream trying to figure out where to go. Oh, that would really make Threat upset. If we not only do I not post the departure destination in the stream title, but then change it once the stream starts without telling anybody, and fly opposite direction, east odd, west even altitude. Well, Thrustset may not be able to handle us on that. I'm going to unpin the message so it's more secretive.
Please set parking brakes.
All right, brakes are set. I get these in the green here, or else we will start rolling. What's the story about the Kool-Aid? Oscar, so if you're a 90s kid, there was a commercial for it was the Kool-Aid Man, and he would blast through walls. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So it's basically juice. So we always say juice here. So we got the Kool-Aid, Microsoft. He's blasting through the Microsoft logo. Oh, yeah. McAllen says, I did 3 legs in the MD-11 yesterday. I actually loved all of them. 2 more updates, and I'm addicted. McAllen, I'm right there with you, man. One more update, and I think it'll be much more enjoyable. I think so. I think 1 or 2 more updates, like you said. All right. We're clear to start. Print digital merc. Oh, yeah. Let's see if I remember how to start this thing. So I do know we have to do 1 off, then 1 on for bleed. Nope, that goes back to auto. So 1 off. Now, this is what's crazy about this F28. As analog as this panel is, it still has automatic pack cutout for engine start. So if you're a 737 driver, you got to be like, really? How can it be so advanced? All right, seatbelt sign is coming on. No smoking sign is coming on. 1 off, 1 on. Engine start master is on. Number 2 to start. Pack cuts out. Oh, yeah, here we go. Spooling up. Now, I forget. We have to do something up here. Oh, yeah, it's idle, and then... so we wait for this. There's the line off.
Houston traffic, United 1647, taxiing to runway 15 left behind the Fokker F28.
Love it. Sean, welcome in. All right, she's spooling up, and then we'll go to run. All right, we got a good start on number 2. Let's go ahead and start number 1. Pack cutout. Stand by for the... Here it comes. Oh yeah, honey, I forgot the fuel pumps. Time to run. I was too early. V1 on the unintentional gravity start. Tail as old as time. Oh my word. Hey, we're just checking for making sure that the gravity system is functioning. Thank you. Matt, welcome to Pilot. I'm glad to have you on board, dude. All right, 2 good starts. So we'll go both packs on, APU air off, Gen 3 off, and reset. Oh, Gen 3 off, reset. And now we're going to use the overspeed to kill it. I didn't do that right. I should have held that, I think, longer. I'm not sure. RPM is spooling down. We got 2 good starts, though. These can stay unmanned, shut off. We don't need any anti-ice right now. That all looks good. We will go windshield heating priority. We're going to go low on both. Now for takeoff, we look at our flip chart options. We're going to do a flaps 11 takeoff. Bugs are set. You can see them twitch over here. So flaps 11 is going to be 2 clicks. This is the best part here. Watch this. Love the F28 flaps. Hey, Joe Plains, finished my de-ice training. See you at the pad. My man, Joe Plains. I can't wait, dude. Why does the speed brake say it's illuminated? Joe Plains, that's absolutely awesome, dude. Congrats. I saw the 727 pictures in there. Looked epic, too. So flight control wipe. That all looks good. Rudder. That looks good. Flight controls are checked. Now, I do have a checklist somewhere. But I don't know where it is, so we'll go ahead and roll without it. Those are both in. Oh, let's get out of here. Houston traffic, Texas International 357 taxi into runway. Where are we going? To runway 15 left for departure, Houston traffic. All right. Brakes released. Let's go. Sent you a sim video to my phone. Oh, wrong side. I'll check it out, man. I will check it out. All right, let's see. Our altitude is set. Flight director, we'll set it to like 5 degrees up. We'll go heading. Pitch is set. We're behind United, yeah. Oh yeah, the engines are responsive. They're the smaller space. But you'll see it. You'll hear it. You'll hear it. You got to be careful. You see how you can kind of overboost it? They'll spool up and then fall right back down. George Phillips gifted 5 memberships to the channel. George Phillips, my man. Thank you, dude, for the very generous 5 gifted memberships to the channel. George, appreciate you. Sounds alone, this plane is underrated. I know. When are we going to have another? When are we going to have the next Mr. Saturday F28 cinematic trailer? AMDB, welcome to Private Pilot, man. Glad to have you on board too. I feel like I don't have my taxi lights on here. Oh, landing, taxi light. There we go. Whoa, United. Oh, brother. Is my speaker open? Oh yeah, yeah. So we got a couple things we gotta do. Lift dumpers are armed for takeoff. We'll get the lights, fuel pumps are on. United nearly took a Fokker to the rear. What's crazy, if you watch any videos of F28s flying, there's a couple good, like, I think there's like a charter service in Brazil or somewhere. They had the F28 military one, and this guy had some high quality footage, and it sounds just like this airplane does. I mean, they absolutely blew it out of the park. Houston traffic, Texas International 357, we're going to line up runway 15 left, Houston. Is the F-28 able to do flapless takeoff? That I am unaware of. I am not sure. All right, we've got 422 different light switches, so we'll go ahead and turn all these on. We'll go ahead and do the, we don't need the ice light. Ooh, red dome light. No, we'll turn you off. Strobe light is on. VHF1 is in and on. All right, cool, here we go. There goes United in the turn. That's what I thought. It looked like my speed brake light was lit. But it's showing 0. Is it not all the way? Oh, maybe it was just not quite 0. There we go. Speed brake light is off. Yeah, it was just cracked out of the D10. That wasn't a Mad Dog, was it? It was a CRJ. Oh no, that is a Mad Dog. All right, so for takeoff, I have my
Houston
auto
traffic,
throttle
United
light detent
1627,
on, which
clear,
is right here. So
runway
we're waiting
15
for
left.
this to illuminate. That means we are in the proper takeoff thrust. So I don't even know. We don't have yoga. You don't hit yoga. I'm not sure what we're going to do. Just, I guess, hit the yoga button. We're going to set thrust and get out of here. Oh, what I do need to do is I need to get the crew armed for takeoff to get my alerts up. I turned off the
Come crew, please take your seats for takeoff.
auto stuff. All right, Lake Charles, we're eventually join that airway and find our way out of here. We're Slant Whiskey. Let's go. Cabin is secure. She'll close the door if she hasn't already. There it goes. Door's closed. You ready? Ready as we'll ever be. Let's go. Let's do it from outside view. Watch your ears. This is going to be so awesome. Watch your ears.
Power set.
Power set. Here we go. Break, gear up, fly with. Watch your ears. It's like a fighter jet, man. It's like a fighter jet.
Flaps up.
Lower the nose, 1,000 feet. Flaps are coming in.
Set climb power.
All right, power is set. We're going to go ahead and let's come all the way around about 050. Now, the only thing that I've noticed too about this is when I have this light on, it makes that hard to read. Like it almost makes it fuzzy. So I'm going to go like this with the lights. Houston traffic, Texas International 357, 2.7 up to 310. Last call out to the east. Houston traffic. Let's go ahead and we'll come around about 050, see if we can intercept that radial outbound. We're accelerating 250 knots. We'll go ahead and disarm. That's been disarmed. Cool. We're going to stay in the glass here, stay in the cockpit. I'm not really following the flight director, so let's just go ahead and turn it off. Make bad habits here. Let's lower the nose. We need to keep accelerating. Here comes our course line. Trying to hit 250 knots. Get a little bit more juice in there. There we go. Pump power is set. Oh, I need to do T-tots to climb. There we go. You can see the light is off now. So we're going to come back and rejoin that course a little bit. Oof. Oh, that looks awesome, man. We're getting rocked as far as bumps are concerned. All right, there's 250 knots. Reset the trim here. Sync up our engines. Hear that little? I think that's about as good as we get it. Those little Spey engines out there are working. How awesome is that livery? Whiskey Throttle just crushed it. I'm going to have to fly this airplane more just because of this livery. And Mr. Saturday, I'm with you. Maybe we should try porting this airplane over here.
Driver Delta 1415, clear 15 left.
What's the newest version of the add-on? Oh man, I could tell you. 1 second. Let me get the autopilot. Let me get through 10,000 feet here. Let me get the autopilot on, and I'll look it up for you. All right, so we are receiving 13.4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 13.4 on my nav 1. And if I look at the Lake Charles 5, the inbound course on this radial is the 253. So we want to make sure if we were to the 253 inbound, which is the 073 radial that we need to track. So we're going to set our course on 073, and we're going to track inbound roughly 253. So matter of fact, that heading looks like it's going to be a good intercept heading right there. We'll just make it about 090. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to turn the autopilot on if I remember how to do this. Now I'm not sure how this is going to work with force feedback. I forget. So let's go autopilot, yaw damper. And now this is my pitch reference. So roll heading. Let's go heading mode. IAS, hold. No. Pitch hold. All right. Now if I move the heading bug a little bit to the right, we're accelerating. We'll lower the pitch a little bit. Get a little bit more juice here on takeoff thrust or on climb thrust. All right, one other thing we can do is get all these lights off here. Retract U. Oh, we'll leave the anti-collision strobe and nav. Wonderful. Looks like we need a little bit more to the right. Intercept this course line. Matt, it's a very unusual autopilot. This airplane is very niche. Everyone likes to say I fly with niche hardware. This is a niche aircraft. Look at that. The Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Love it. This is everything I wanted the MD-80 to be, you know? We're 91 miles from that VOR, so I guess we got a little bit, 4 miles off course. Excited for the V2 of this aircraft. They're adding the UNS-1 FMS GNS 430, like the Argentine Air Force uses, altitude pre-select, and much more. Wow. All right, really? That's awesome. That is very awesome. Change my pitch up here a little bit more. All right, let's go beam mode. So beam is our VOR loc mode, which we want. Looks like it kind of S-turned that. We must have a little bit of a wind pushing us here. It's gonna S-turn back to the right, but that's okay. We'll let it intercept it. James, I will see. It is version 132, I believe. .13, 1.3 maybe? I believe it's 1.3. All right, let's go back to 22.8 on COM 1. 22.8 is set. Yes, it is. Okay, now she should capture, come to the left here. Gingerbot, yes, I will be live. It's already pre-scheduled on my channel. 11 a.m. is our slated start time. It'll probably be a little bit after that. Now she should turn to the left. We'll see here. Yeah, the smoke looks great. Wow, we do have a heck of a crosswind. Look at that crab. We're crabbing crazy. Oh yeah, I have to get the altitude hold. Well, no, the altitude hold switch, diabetic lab, that's only for the flight director. The flight director and autopilot are separate systems. James, yeah, I get more excited about vintage ones. I'm getting ready to start. I think I might start a second channel, like the V1 Retro channel. I don't know. I got to think of a good name or something for it. Okay, so it is capturing. It's got the loc. I just can't stop looking at this livery. Can't stop looking at this livery. We might have to have Whiskey throw this on the MD-80. I don't know. What's closer to the DC-9? Well, didn't Texas... let me see. They had MD-80s. No, they didn't have MD-80s. It was only DC-9s. What's closer to the DC-9, an MD-80 or a Fokker 4000? I want to say the Fokker looks closer than the MD-80, honestly. Just from the outside view. I don't know. I mean, maybe the MD-80. I just love this livery, man. This thing looks incredible. You should do a poll for all the streams and never fly anything but the Fenix. All right. We're approaching 21,000 feet. And it will capture. Okay, it's going to capture. We do have ice detected. See if I can figure this out. We'll turn these on to help us with the icing condition. Even though we shouldn't be getting icing right now. I never hit a magic barrel ref. 290902 is set. Now it's going to descend a little bit. That's okay. If all we do is do a little beep-bopping, weaving around this afternoon on the F28, I'll be all right with that. Looks like it's trying to stabilize now at 21,000 feet. When the L1011 releases, we won't see any planes on this channel for a year. True story. Especially if it's worth, like, if the L1011 is better than the current MD11, oh, lights out. Lights out. And then if we get a nice update and good M727 passenger variant, I'm going to go ahead and set a cruise power here. We'll come back to about 90%. We'll see where that gives us in cruise. Now, after we hit Lake Charles, Fighting Tiger LSU is 16.5. I will put that on navigation radio 2. You can see it's flagged out. Now, what we can do going into... I'll have to see what the weather is here real quick. New Orleans winds 140 at 13, gust 19. So... light rain mist. It's going to be a spicy one. James, it's a super short flight. I didn't want to climb up there. David says F28 looking amazing in that weather. It's my favorite add-on so far. Just fly them out. They nailed it, dude. This airplane, this is absolutely nailed. I love it. So 1-3, we said 1-3. So they're probably landing 1-1. What was the winds again? 140 at 13. So, yeah. So we want to try to land 1-1. Let's see what kind of charts we can have here. The problem with the New Orleans, there's no ATC here. Oh, it looks awesome. Let me just turn this thing down a little bit more. I mean, I can listen to this all day, but man, just crushed it. Let's just come back in here and enjoy this. Well, no, I got to. The problem with New Orleans having no star is you got to basically overfly the field to get on an approach. So the ILS 11. What's this? What's TBD? 1715 or reserve, because this is a flyable airway here. This is 1715. Oh, yeah, Lord, I'm talking about in real life. Yeah, you'll vector, but that's the problem. With no ATC, that's precisely the problem. There's no way to get down to the airport with no ATC on here. 'Tis the problem, because you normally get vectored. Get vectored to the FAF. Tibby VOR, ooh, that's a low-class VOR. I don't know if we'll hit it. I'm looking at Sky Vector right now. Matter of fact, matter of fact, we did our flight planning before. A little additional flight planning here. It's a little bit too big. So TBD can get us on the arrive or on the approach. Lake Charles is what we're tracking to right now. I don't want all of that. I just want Lake Charles TBD. We should be able to, if I do a low en route, nothing there. So really, we could go, can we get White Lake? White Lakes is 1495. We could do 1495. That'll help get us there. Because if we can pass this VOR, we can fly this VOR to get us on the approach. I got a jet. Go get my daughter from school. I'll catch you on the next time. Watch the landing and replay. Blackbird, we'll see you, my man. So I think that'll be the plan. Let's see if we can't tune in White Lake 1495. And then that'll help us get set up. Ice detected again, but we do have our icing on. Why is our icing cold? You see that anti-icing? 0, 0. Oh, jeez. There we go. Now we got pressure. Can you do this VOR Navigraph? Yeah, you probably could. But Navigraph is dead to me. 1495 though. Let's see if we can pick that up in number 2. 1495. We'll have that in the standby nav too. We're 25 miles out from our first VOR. Let's enjoy that for a minute. The odd-out arrival puts you on the ILS to 1-1. Correct, which is off of TBD VOR, which is where we're going to go fly to. So that's where we're going TBD. We figured that out by looking at the map. Why is Navigraph dead to me? It's not. I just didn't want to boot it up. What's up, wrong side? Who did delivery? Ani. This is from Whiskey Throttle. He's in the Discord. He's in the V1 Discord. And I don't believe he published this on the Flight Sim TO. So if it's available, hit him up, send him a DM maybe. I'm not going to say he will or will not, send them up. I asked for this delivery for him, see if he could make it. Sometimes he waits to post stuff. He works on additional things, tweaks some things out. But yeah, Whiskey Throttle, hit him up in the Discord if you're interested. But this livery looks amazing on here. I was going to ask, what isn't dead to me? It's a great question, wrong side. What isn't dead to me? Well, the F28 isn't dead to me. Fenix is dead to me. It bugged out on us going into New York today, so Fenix is dead. MSFS 2020 is dead to me. Atmos is definitely dead. That's a great question. I think there's fewer things not dead to me. Ooh, King Air is not dead to me. That's a good one. See, I want to sit here, but I'm going to have a headache by the end of the stream. I gotta just barely have it on. But we can't even sit back and chill because we're only 10 miles from the VOR and stuff is going to happen here. So after we pass the VOR, if we look at Audad, maybe we can pick up something from here. Lafayette. 13.4. 13.4 outbound. Let's do the 080 outbound, then to Lafayette. You know what's weird is why isn't this one... If I look at the Audad 1... Oh, I see. The Audad 1 is not off TBD. That's the approach is off TBD. This will take us straight into Voodoo, but we have to use TBD to determine Voodoo on that one, huh? I guess we could do DME too. But let's stick with it then. Let's keep this pin. Let's go 080 outbound. This is not a great way to do that. Let's go 080. Just gonna make the turn here. No, I don't hate Navigraph. I just don't want to launch it. Is Phoenix dead forever? No. Phoenix is fine. It's just dead to me on this stream. Or last stream. What's the origin of the 357 call sign? I don't know what you're talking about. Tinnitus is screaming. Looks awesome. By the way, keeping all y'all in our prayers. Atlanta misses you, sir. Hey, Ray Pallet. Appreciate you, man. I miss some Foxtail coffee out there in Georgia, just in Noonan. Now that I don't live there anymore, I lived south of Noonan, out a little ways. Loved it, man. Beautiful area. Just didn't work out. Can't wait for Phoenix to mount their next bird, 737 Classic, McAllen. Wrong side, I have yet to have that issue in the Phoenix. Guess I'm just the better Airbus simmer. I guess so, man. That was the first time I had it, too. We had it didn't want to descend, but we fixed it, or it didn't want to descend and manage speed. But I was able to fix it by recruising it. And then, for some reason, it just didn't sequence the box when we got down on the approach. Might have been my fault there, but I feel like it should have auto-sequenced after we flew through, because there was no discon. Well, like, it didn't do what it was supposed to do if there was a discon. So if it was pilot air and I didn't sequence the box, it should have gone into heading track mode after we flew through the discon. That didn't happen. It still showed it. I have to go back and watch the replay, but I thought it showed us naviging in the right direction, but it just did not want to do the approach. Once I hit the approach mode, it did not want to do it. First stream I've ever had any hiccup in the Phoenix. Can't wait for... oh, yeah. I want a Phoenix 350. No, I think the AnyBuild 350 is going to be pretty sweet. I think the AnyBuild 350. Okay, there is a semicone of confusion turn. So now what we're going to do is we're going to stay on heading. I'm going to select heading here. We'll go heading. Easy there. Inbound 264. That's the 084 radial. For 084 for Lafayette 1098. Do we have 1098 yet? We do not have 1098. So we're going to have to maintain the 080 on number 1. And this airway segment is 58 miles. I'm surprised we're not getting the other one. Give it a little bit more juice here. Let's bump up those engines. I guess we could have climbed up a little higher. A Phoenix 340? Oh, yeah, that would be cool. Mr. Saturday, but I'm right there with you. A Phoenix 737 Classic, that would be game ender. Oh, wrong side. Are you still here? Tough loss at the LSU Tigers, man. That sucked. What type of music do they listen to down there in New Orleans land? What's it? It's blues. I like blues. Oh, yeah. Where's Bo Browning when you need him? James, what's up, man? Turn it down a little bit, though. It's a little loud. Everyone, it's Microsoft 24 Eve. Yes, it is. V1, I'm on the 320. How do I find the minimums height on an ILS chart? Look at the bottom where it says minimums. Or you can look at the top briefing strip. It'll say minimums, but that's only going to apply to one category. Yeah, Corn Addict. I think I watched that one. The IDG overheat. Yeah, that was pretty sweet. Jeremy says, do you want to see changes to ground handling 24? Yeah. Yeah, anything below 1,000 feet is what I'm looking for. Crosswind handling, crosswind upon touchdown with the inertia, and just ground friction, ground roll, that kind of stuff. Those, basically everything under 1,000 feet to the surface, if it's improved, I think we're in for a treat. For me, it's release day in 1 minute. Ooh, we're up late. Go Gators. That I know. Hey, Russ, I was actually rooting for the Gators too. I'm semi-Gator fan. I'm a Longhorn fan, but if they're not playing or they're idle, I like to see the Gators do well. Except if they play Texas. Let's see. I'm a Seminole. Please pray for me. Ouch. Fenix dual IDG overheat when? Ooh. We haven't done a failure stream in quite some time. Who's asking about minimums? Let's see. Minimums. Go to your approach chart. ILSDA, but that's only one category. This is where you want to look, right down here. So this is your decision altitude is going to be your MSL altitude. That's above, the stand-up data plane, whatever the local altimeter is. The DH, you can see a parenthesis there, a parenthesis here. That's your height above the ground. So that's your actual AGL altitude. So if you're sitting at radio min, you'd be setting 413. But generally speaking, everybody uses barrel mins unless we're doing a Cat 2 or Cat 3 landing. So you can see here the minimums change if you're doing a localizer only. So if this is a localizer, this is an ILS or localizer. Okay, it's not an ILS localizer runway 2. It's an ILS or localizer. Now, if you were doing the localizer only approach, let's say the ILS was NOTAMed out of service because Aerosucre took off and took out the glide slope antenna, which would be hard to do because that's on the side of the runway, not the localizer. But play ball here. If they took out the ILS antenna, you could only do a loc approach. Those don't apply. Now you've got two additional minimums. You've got with YURB, without YURB. Well, we got to find YURB. YURB is right here on the profile view. If you look here on the plan view, it's also right here. How are we going to be able to identify YURB? The only way we can identify YURB is 2.7 DME off the localizer. So if you are a DME capable aircraft, which this does not require DME. It only requires DME for the procedure. So theoretically, you could be flying this airplane or you could be flying this approach with no DME. And if you were doing no DME and a localizer only, this would be your minimum right here, 480, because there's no way for you to identify the YURB waypoint. So that's your free flight instructor instruction for the evening. Slow, what's up, man? The funniest part of the Swiss IDG was how they take time to have some chocolate. Gotta keep the energy up. I love that. It was great, man. It was great. My lifetime of supporting Oregon is feeling pretty nice this year. Hey, you know what, Digital Merc? I also pull for the Ducks too a little bit. Here's the thing with college football, outside of the Longhorns, I love watching college football because I want to see good games. You know, so I'm always pulling for good games, and I love Oregon's uniforms, man. Every freaking week they have a new uniform. But yeah, go Ducks, man. Bo Nix is he's showing out too for the Broncos. Special Swiss SOP, say that 5 times fast. It's paramount that at some point during an emergency procedure, chocolate is eaten. Look at this view right now. I'm going to take a screenshot of this. This is screenshot worthy right here. Zoom in just a little bit. Oh my word. Are you kidding me? Maybe Microsoft 2020 is not dead, chat. What is this? What's this song? I mean, this is hard blues, but I like it. Yeah, I kind of like this. This is some hard blues right here. Feels weird to be in the Big Ten. Yeah. Purdue football making me miserable. Purdue basketball is the only sports team keeping me going at the moment. Wait, Diabetic Lad, are you at Purdue? Boris Audioworks, I believe, is Purdue. Purdue. We should probably see what's going on inside here. We're just about to overspeed, so let's bring the power back a little bit. $109.8. Did we already pass 109.8? This is why you can't. This way you can't take time off. We need to be tracking the 092. So let's go 109.8. Course 092. Heading mode. Let's get on course there. 20 miles out. 21 miles. We already passed that. Jeez. So 54 miles to Audad. We got to start. Man, we're already there. That's deep in the Bayou Blues, boy. Is Tunica deep in the bayou? So I'll never forget, man. Did a charter trip into Tunica, Mississippi. We stayed, I don't know if Tunica's in the Bayou Blues, but where we stayed was in the middle of nowhere. And we're like, let's get away from, we were doing a casino charter for Harris. So, well, the captain and I was in FO at the time, we knew some locals. Or he knew some locals, had a girlfriend there essentially, and it's just like, hey, we'll take you to this bar, like way out. So we go out. I don't know where we went, but if you guys have ever seen the movie Black Snake Moan, I swear to you, that's basically where we ended up, and it was one of the most amazing nights that I've had on an overnight. So much fun, man. It was wild. It was absolutely insane. All right, well, we'll have to end the music here. We'll have to do a longer flight to New Orleans, or maybe a New Orleans turn, because we actually got to figure out where we're going here. We don't want to end up in the bayou here. So we are 32 miles from Lafayette, which puts us about 20 miles from Audad, which is an expected 11,000. I don't really want to do any math, so let's just go ahead and hop on down. We should be pretty dang close. 11,000 is set. Let's do an IAS hold. Let's bring the power back nice and slow. She's going to nose over, and down we go. Dale, that's right. Well, actually, no, Dale, they actually had proposed routes to go outside of Texas. Like, there's some in actually, they went outside of Texas on some routes. Like, I know they went to L.A., and I want to say they did New Orleans, too. I'd have to check. But, yeah, mostly within, I mean, that's why I love, look at this nose cone right here. The Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, baby. OG. Love this livery. Oh, Whiskey said I need to look at something on the, I need to come up here in the cabin. I need to come up to the, check the galley carts. Bourbon Air. Round blue and brown. I love it. I clicked something on the cockpit though. What did I click? I love it. I love it, Whiskey. All right. We're getting ready to descend out of 18,000 feet. After Audad, we're probably going to... Oh, we need to go to reserve, which is 110.8. Let's prime you up. 110.8 in nav2. We've just picked up reserve. We're 27 miles from reserve. You can see here on the nav2. So let's go ahead and select 110.8. And we'll make it easy. We'll go direct. We'll straighten up the needle. We'll select beam mode. So now we're going direct to the reserve VOR. We're out of 18. Hit magic barrel ref. We're 16 for 11,000. We're going to land flaps 42, which is 119. You can see our speeds just moved over. Remember, you got to have the flip chart options. Where is the gear horn for this? I know there's one. I know there's a gear horn. Oh, gosh dang it. I know there's a warning cutout. And I think they actually made it a binding. We no longer need the de-ice, the anti-ice. You can see, look, because we're out of pressure, it's struggling to maintain the de-icing on. But we'll go ahead and turn it off. We no longer need it, so we'll go ahead and shut you off. No longer necessary. To the right of the #1 thrust. Oh yeah, right in front of my face. Okay, now we can bring them back. There you go, mute it. Now she's really going to start to come down. We'll do a little bit of air brake. We're 18 miles from reserve. After that, we're going to load up the ILS runway 11. That's going to be 1099 and 106 inbound. So 1099. And then it'll be course 106 inbound. This airplane, that's what I'm talking about. So much fun to fly. Not a good streaming airplane. Turtle's at 4,000, coming off reserve. The min altitude between there is 4, so let's go ahead and keep coming down. Let's go ahead and select pitch hold. I need to slow us down here with some more speed brake to get us below 250. Get flight recorder ready. Trying to get below 250 knots. Get all these on. Nice inspection light. Ooh. We'll keep the ice light on for juice purposes. Alright, there's 250. We're 10 miles from here, but we'd have to really be on a vector from inside of Voodoo. We should be able to pick up the ILS, but not at 24 miles. It's a 106 inbound. I'm going to select heading mode here. And I'm going to select course 106 as a reference off of this VOR, just to give you an idea. Thing is, in real life, you'd be probably picking up that loc soon. Yeah, slow. The ILS signals are much weaker. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Watch the speed there. Come back up to 250. The ILS is much weaker in Microsoft Flight Sim. Yeah, it only goes out to, what, 18, 20? In real life, sometimes you see them all the way out like 40 miles. Chicago, LA, etc. We're starting to get some turbulence here. Oh, there's a little bit of wing flex out there. I didn't even realize we had wing flex on this bird. Alright, so we're in the soup. We are getting absolutely hammered right now. We're getting absolutely throttled. We're 4 miles from here. Should be picking up the loc. 1099. 1099. I've got nothing on nav 2. There's our 1,000 foot to level off for 250 knots. It's really dark in here. Goodness. Maybe we should turn off the ice light. Let's turn off the ice inspection light. We're about to go past the VOR. So, with that said, let's just put it in number 1. 1099. And we're going to have to fly in heading mode here. To see if we can't find ourselves a little bit closer to New Orleans. It should roughly be like 110 off of there. I mean, we should be in the ballpark. Red dome light. Let's do that.
Fuel into traffic, United 1647
Whoa.
on a 8-mile final for runway 11.
Alright, so I don't think this is going to work out. I had a feeling this is going to happen. Let's tune in Harvey 14-1. And let's beam ourselves to Harvey. At least from there we can do... Can't even do a full procedure on this. I wonder if we can get below this cloud deck. There's nothing out here. Let's set 3,000. Let's set 2,800. Let's see if we can get below this cloud deck. You thought he saw it picked up on 109.9? Oh, we got it. We got it. Dive and drive, baby. We're 10 miles out. 10 miles out is, that's 3, 8, we need to be at 2,000. Sync rate check, 2,000 is set. We're gonna make an aggressive intercept attempt here. 106 inbound, 109.9. We're sending to 2,000.
Texas International, I think you should be on CPAP, by the way.
Gosh. Watch, this is a 90-degree intercept. Seven miles. We're gonna miss it. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to maintain 2,000. We're going to fly our own intercept here. Make your depth 600 feet. So it's 7 miles. We're just outside of Mudbug. We're at 2,000, but we gotta come up with a new. We gotta come up with our own. Yeah. There goes the load. We're gonna have to go outbound and then rejoin. Maintain 360. We'll arm these. We'll get them ready. We're going to make a left turn to rejoin. It's going to get us killed. Maybe. The sun literally just set, so it's completely hard night IMC. Just what I wanted to do. Okay, let's proceed outbound now. T-Talk switches need to be in takeoff. Should have the radar on. I'm not sure if it actually works or not. Oh, it does. Alright, spin her all the way around. Grave danger. I mean, look at this. We are in a freaking storm right now. Helmsman, set the new course, 36 share. There's an American submarine we must hunt. Why do I do this? If you have faith and your old skipper here at night, making up our own procedures. Make sure you hit the like button. All right, we're going to attempt this intercept here. We're also going to set 18, what's final approach mix? Final approach mix is 2,000 at 8.3. We're at 11 miles. So we are right on the freaking line. Let's go ahead and slow it up and let's configure a little bit. Let's go ahead and bring it back. Let's maintain, let's come back to 180 here. IMC, I might crash. Flaps 6 rather. Flaps 11. Okay, seeing the rain in the reflection of the beacon is pretty hardcore. That is pretty crazy. Seeing that rain reflect in the beacon is scary. All right, here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Turn, turn, turn. Autopilot off, I have control. Watch that bank angle, watch that pitch altitude.
Bank angle.
Bank angle checks. I need some bank angle checks. This is the only way we're going to get down, chat. A little bit of juice. Watch the descent. All right, we're established on the localizer. Get back up there at 2,000 feet. Oh my gosh, this is so stressful. All right, correct. Let's do a Magic Pro Ref update, shall we? Okay, that looks good. There was the slope. Gear down. That was a tight turn. Yeah, you will be sick in the back. All right, recording is on. We're slowing up to final. We'll watch that glass up. There's no room for watching flaps extension. We just got to fly this. We're going to roll low, correcting. 427 green lights confirmed. Oh my gosh, I'm getting rocked here on the yoke too. Glide slope, correcting.
Flaps 25.
25 selected. A little bit of a balloon there. That's okay. I'm going to use that balloon to get me on the ILS glide path right there. Glide slope. Use that balloon to your advantage. Approaching on speed. A little bit high, correcting. See something out there. I see a runway, chat. I see a runway. Dome light off. Holy black hole effect. Gears down, spoilers are on, flaps are full.
Come through, please take the seat.
I mean, this is landing in New Orleans and smack dab in the thunderstorm. Sam! I don't know, man. There's another airplane down there. Looks like he just got off the limit to the right. Or is he on final? I can't quite tell. Heads down, stay. I think we should have just went to Dallas Love. All right, the glide slope and Pappy are not coincident. That checks out. I got 2 reds. We just maintain that. That guy sounds like Green Dot. Landing. This cockpit is something else, man. We'll slip below here just so we can grease her on. We're going towards the end anyway. It is bumpy. I do not want to go around. I might have to get rid of real turb. Jeez, I can't get her down. Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to New Orleans. If you were asleep, you're definitely awake now. That was a hard kablamo, but I was not going on. Look, we're still getting blown around on the runway. My spinal. We made it. We made it, chat. Oh my word. Frozen butter, butter straight out of the fridge. Alright, let's close up the speed brake. Oh my goodness me. Let's get a red dome back on here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We're gonna have to watch that in the daytime. Turns out that wasn't coffee. That wasn't the coffee before the start of the flight. Super Cal, no thank you. Way too much stress. Way too much stress. You know, to be fair, the last time I flew into New Orleans was pretty insane with the weather. And I was getting my line check. We'll fill here. We'll park over here with you unnighted straight ahead. We're gonna leave the lights on for replay mode. Semi-decent erp. Alright, brakes are set, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to New Orleans. Stop the recording, please. Another V1 stream, another crew rendered blind and sterile. That landing makes me feel better about my own. Well, I'll tell you what, we greased one into Mexico City or Guatemala City. This was not one of those. We did not grease that at all, but I was not going around. So let's go ahead and disconnect from Aveo Premium. We'll launch the replay. I'm actually going to wind the sim back so we can see what I was dealing with here. Gear and flaps are coming in. Yes, that was very stressful. I did not planning for it to be that stressful. But real turb is dead to me. That was too intense. I mean, that was borderline uncontrollable. Forward a little bit.
Herein.
Look at this. I need to arm you. Real turb was too real. So we're down and spooled. Look at those flaps, though. The Fokker might have this might be the best wing in the game. Fenix and then this one, or this one and then Fenix. You can't tell me why this one is not in front of Fenix, and you can't tell me why Fenix is in front of this one. These are some of the best two wings that we have in the whole sim. Those flaps out there, man, they look so good. Tom, I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. Yeah, and see, that's my problem with real turb. Look at that. I don't want to have different settings for each aircraft. So real turbo is officially good. And I even brought the power back, but we had like a huge gust of wind or something. Like right there, we were about to crush it, and then it was just a gust of wind. Held onto it, held onto it. Butter or bust is open. Now, I want the F100 where we get proper thrust reversers. I want to see this flyover too. I bet this flyover looks pretty cool. Watch this. Unlock the camera. Oh, I forgot to launch. Geez, let me launch it in replay here. We'll see. I'm scared to see what it's going to say. G's gave me a 393. You can't see it. Look, I'm not lying to you. There you go, 393 on that one. $403 on that one. I'll take it. Hey, I'll take it. 393. Hey, I'll take a 393, no doubt. All right, I'm gonna let y'all have. Actually, hold on. I want to go to where we actually touched down at. Oh no, I can't reset the camera. Oh, I have to hit C. There we go. Where did we actually touch down at? I mean, look at that poor little Fokker, man. Wrestled it all the way down. Almost had it. All right, 397. All right, I'm done. It's enough stress. Give me one more to watch from the back here. I'll rearm everything, get that set. Those are armed. Close you. Lift dumpers are down. Done. All right. MSFS is dead to me, chat. It's time for 2024. Jarrett Hart Hannon, thank you for the $2 super chat, man. I appreciate you. Thanks for the entertainment. I love your streams. Janet, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that support. I hope you tune in tomorrow, 11 Central Time. Might have to push it back a little bit, just depending on how the mayhem goes with the install. But if all goes as well, we'll be streaming around noontime tomorrow, maybe a little bit later. So make sure you head over to that stream. Make sure the alert is on, because I don't know when that will actually go live. So this has been a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this little bonus stream. I sure do. These airplanes are so fun to fly on the stream, or so fun to fly in sim, but they're just not very good streaming planes. I feel disconnected from y'all as a chat, but I think you still like to see Sean Connery fly the U-boat around with the red lights on, doing a 360 on the approach. We didn't die. We didn't die, so that's a bonus. All right, y'all, I will see you tomorrow. Happy 2024 Eve. Tomorrow should be a whole lot of fun. We'll see you on the next one. See you.